time ago, after seeking the advice of our most noble order of the chivalry, it was recommended that you be placed on vigil to join our august order. Are you prepared to accept this responsibility this time?
I am.
All know well Kith's virtues, and yet still we would seek counsel from some who would have the public know, as well as we, your various virtues. We would call a candidate from the Order of the Chivalry to speak on this man's behalf. Is there a knight who would speak to this man's chivalry?
Yep.
Sir Donis, eloquent through brevity. Sir Knight.
Your Majesty. Yeah, I'm Sir Donis. I'm a knight of the Middle Kingdom in the Society, and I would speak for this man. Shortly after he got the shock of his life and was put on vigil, he sent me a note. It said, what are the chances of two really pretty unknown unbelts doing a deed of arms in the middle of nowhere with nobody to watch, ever making it to the order someday? And just given the sheer numbers involved, I'd say the odds are against it. It's astronomical. It would take a miracle or years and years of hard work. A couple years later, I got put on vigil and knighted, so I took the miracle and left him the hard work. And he's done it. He's traveled from Artemisia to the east to gain his prowess and renown for himself and for this kingdom. He is trained with legends and the trainers of legends. And he has grown proud. And he's grown in renown. And he has greatened the name of our kingdom and remained a humble man in the doing. He's a kindred spirit, and I love him dearly. Yes, I would ask to make him knight. I commend him to you.
Thank you, Chamberlain. Is there a master of our Order of the Laurel who would speak to this man's qualities in the gentler arts?
Majesty, I'm not a laurel, but I bring words from far away, if you don't mind.
Please, Sir Knight.
Warmest greetings unto Cameron and Amelie, dread king and glorious queen of the Midrealm. From Sean Kirkpatrick Tarragon, Duke Artemisia, Knight of the SCA. My greatest thanks to your majesties for allowing me to share my words with your loyal subject, Kith Von Atzinger, on this day of his elevation to the Order of the Chivalry. Kith, from the day I met you at Baron's War years ago, I've always believed that this day would come. Even as a journeyman fighter, your love for our sport has always been plainly evident. Though the vagaries of life have slowed your journey, you have always managed to press steadily on, even when you are unable to progress as fast as you might like. That passion for SCA combat has remained. It has been my honor and pleasure to have been part of your path to chivalry. The richest coffers of all the world cannot replace the wealth I have gained from your friendship through the years. As you have come to this defining moment in your time in our society, I offer these words of caution. Your work here is not done. From this day forward, you become part of the evolution of SCA combat. While you remain a student of our sport, you also become much more. It is up to you to advance the understanding of our sport, to explore, to question, to discover. It is up to you to continue seeking knowledge, and it is up to you to freely share the knowledge with anyone who would seek it from you. The culmination of your time as a squire is only the beginning of a lifetime as a knight. I remain always in your service, and I look forward to greater times of collaboration. You are my brother, and I always knew you would be. Draco Invictus! Sean, Duke Artemisia.
Thank you, Sir Knight. As a knight must be versed in many things, I would seek a master or mistress of our Order of the Pelican who would speak to his service as a member of our populace in this great kingdom.
Majesty, I would speak for this vigilant.
Your Excellency, please.
I have known Kith for quite some time. Early on, he showed me, a new member of a household, a new member of the SCA, what it was to serve one's kingdom, and I could not have had a better role model. As the years went by, I knew Kith was a knight outside of this society and within the society, going through a very personal time with poor and failing health and searching for a cure. This man opened up his doors. He fed me from his table. He showed me what the love of a family was. He showed me such service and such kindness at that time, my worst time. And I cannot thank him more because of that. Further, as the years progressed, I was able to see him as the champion of Ronvalder, king, and Arabella, queen. I saw this man standing through the reign of Baron Poors. Poors. And then again, at border raids. I saw him holding that sword in the sun, running back and forth the fields of Penzik, a most mighty champion. I could see no one greater to be a knight this day, and I commend him to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Excellency. As a knight must be versed in all forms of combat, both antiquated and new. As combat evolves, we must seek out new masters in new places. I would ask if there is a master of our Order of Defense who would speak to his prowess in varied weapons and chivalry.
Majesty,
Master Logos.
I have known Kith for many years, and he was once a squire to my brother Knight, so beyond through circumstances was I able to continue his training and released him. But, as was befits a true warrior, he sought training elsewhere and joined his current household. There's little I can add, except that I would say, as befits a man of such a station and renown, his study is so studious and refined his art that there is no artifice in this man. He is natural, no contrivance. What he does seems easy and simple, which is befitting of a man so skilled and steady.
Well said.
Thank you, brother.
Kith, you've heard, well, your own qualities as espoused, knownst or unknownst to you, from many peers of this realm. We would seek counsel from our cousins in the royal estate to Kith's nobility and his other greater virtues. Would there be a royal peer to speak for this man?
I am Countess Tangushta, and I would speak on Kith. We have all come here for a reason. Every one of us arrived at this point because sometime in our past, we had a dream. We saw a little bit of honor and chivalry, and we gathered it together. And we tried to play to our own ideals of what the Middle Ages was like, and play our own dreams of honor and chivalry. We each have our own thoughts and definitions of it, what it is to be a knight, a king, a queen, a baron. When I look for a definition of honor and chivalry, humility, and that thread that comes together and helps me get my dream going, I see Kith Von Atzinger. This man is worthy to serve the throne of the dragon. He is worthy to be woven into the thread of the history of the mid-realm. Guard him well, and he will serve you honorably.
Thank you, Your Excellency. We all know that one seeking such station and seeking such title must be close with those who have the same. But the true measure of worth that a man can call his own would be if his people love him. Is there a member of the populace who would speak to this man's courtesy?
That's me. Hello, my name is Via. I have known Kith for so many years. He was one of the first people that I met when I moved to the mid-realm, gosh, like well over a decade ago. He quickly became one of my most cherished friends and confidants. We have spent many, many a night into the wee hours consoling each other over many, many, many a bottle of very tasty rum. But I can truly tell you that his counsel to me has always been incredibly astute and invaluable. But that's my relationship with Kith, and he asked me to speak to you as a member of the populace. I actually struggled as to what to say for Kith as a member of the populace. I wrote notes everywhere. They're at the kitchen table, they're at the dinner table, they're in my kitchen while I'm making dinner, they are through the house up into my office. All of these little musings about Kith. They are down in my sewing room on scraps of patterning paper, they're all over my sketchbooks, they spread to my stained glass shop while I'm making pieces, they're in the margins of the patterns. They are everywhere. Kith is everywhere. And then I realized that's it. Kith is everywhere. His presence and influence have helped to construct the very foundation of this society. He has been around for countless game-changing events and facilitated numerous difficult decisions that made the organization a better place for everyone. And for years now, he has done it not for fame, not for notoriety. He has done it because it needed to be done. And he has uttered not one boastful word. Our Kith is the warp of the fabric that is the SCA. And I cannot recommend him and his council enough for your order of the chivalry. Thank you.
Well, Vigilant, it seems everyone loves you.
Let's not get carried away.
It appears everyone except Vitus, who's incredibly contrary, loves you.
That's right.
Brother. However, we would seek the wisdom of our collected order to ensure that they support your entrance into this order. We would require our knights attend us. Good knights and masters, is it your opinion that Kith Von Atzinger is worthy to be numbered amongst our order and is your equal in courtesy, prowess, and chivalry?
Aye!
Kith Von Atzinger, right mindful of your prowess on the field and responses to the wishes of these, your peers, we are minded to make you a knight. Know that to wear the belt and chain of a knight is to hold a sacred trust that the obligations of knighthood will demand your efforts every moment of your life. A knight of the society must be respectful of all religions, never offending the faith of another. A knight must respect all those who are weak or defenseless, whether because of age, infirmity, poverty, or vow. and be steadfast in defending them. A knight must love his kingdom and his province, and fulfill most faithfully his feudal duties to both his baron and his king. His word must be dependable beyond doubt or question. He must never flee from the face of his foes. He must be generous to all, and always and everywhere. He must be a champion of the right and of the good. The laws of the society and the customs of the kingdom require that a knight be proud, as you have well demonstrated yourself upon the field of this and many others. That a knight be courteous, as you have shown yourself to be, and that these noble gentlemen and ladies attest. And that a knight be loyal to his kingdom and society. Do you then desire to accept the burden of knighthood and swear fealty to the crown of England? We have an obligation that we must release you from. And you too. Brother?
Last order I'll give you. You've done well. Don't forget the rest of the family without them being hanging out. It's the same for me as well. We all know this. Keep that foremost in your mind.
Jane.
Yes. Brother? Thank you, brother. Swear fealty and pay homage to the crown of the Middle Kingdom.
Obedient to my lips, Lord. Foremost in battle, courteous at all times, champion of the right. This is where I, Sir Kith Von Atzinger.
This do we hear and shall never forget, nor fail to reward that which is given. Fealty with love, service with honor, and oath-breaking with vengeance. Is there a belt? Sir Knight. Wear this belt in token of your prowess. Is there a chain?
There is, Your Majesty.
Squires. Legacy chain of the great house Atzinger, worn by each belted knight in turn.
I understand as your family loves their accoutrements, there may be extras. Sir?
Kith Lady Karis kept this. This was the chain I was knighted with.
Is there another? Wear these chains as tokens of your fealty. feel light. Are there spurs?
These spurs come from Duke Ronald Wilmot.
As a knight is a warrior, I expect there to be a sword.
There is, Your Majesty.
It's truly a warrior's weapon. Bear your sword with strength, so disposing your heart to goodness that you never use it to injure anyone unjustly, but always to defend the just and the right. That off somebody. Kith, bear these blows and no others. In remembrance of oaths given and received, in remembrance of your lineage and obligations, be thou. Rise, Sir Kith. Let this be the last blow you receive unanswered. Sir Kith Von Atzinger! Brothers, sisters, please take this.
He is now a squire no more, and has achieved his station sure. As many deeds at arms he's done, at each the prize of honor won. Across the known world has he been, as pilgrimage forgives all sin. So praise and honor God in his grace, who's given his name in this place. His line well forth has force and pride. Now hear his lineage ally. First Guillaume and Duke Corinne, then Polydor helmed and Tidin, then Tobias fierce and strong, Ormrod and Palamar told in song, and whom will first of that long line, and for them all Lord God divine. The highest standard of his deeds is that to side to side he pleads, to gather there a force to reckon,
small deed you may have arranged.
A very small deed indeed. And I believe Baron Jamie has a few words and that we shall begin.
Come in.
There being no further business at this time, suspends the court of their Majesties Cameron and Amelie.
Come in.
Speak loud.
Ladies and gentlemen, Your Majesties, Your Highness, assembled royals, we have seen tonight the first step of a new night, and it is a solemn ceremony.
Can it be seen?
Let us travel a little further along the path now. Let us follow in the footsteps of the storytellers who brought us King Arthur and his fierce knights and their quest for forever. Let's return to a world where magic is commonplace, where a just cause defeats a strong arm of the time. Let's return to the times that brought us to this society. The pageantry and the magic. My Lady Eleanor and I and the great House Atzinger invite you to stay and join us for our Arthurian deed of arms. In just a moment, we'll gather our questing knights, many of whom are congratulating. We'll introduce them and we'll